If you are studying or want to study microbiology, then this video is for you. Assalamu alaikum guys, I am Afsana. You are cordially welcome to my channel. In today's video lecture, I'll be talking about the germ theory of disease and Koch's postulates. Germ theory of disease. The idea that infectious diseases are due to activities of microorganisms in the body is known as the germ theory of disease. The germ theory of disease is an important concept that helps to understand the etiology, which means the cause, and pathogenesis, which means the manner of development of a disease, of diseases. This is based on three basic underlying principles that developed throughout the history of medicine, described by John Weller in The Discovery of the Germ. The first one is microbes can cause illness within the body. The second one is microbes and thus the illness can spread from one person to another. And the last one is a specific microbe exists for each illness which will always invoke the same illness. For many centuries, however, people didn't know that germs existed. For many years, the concept of microbes was strange. Although diseases like leprosy, plagues, and pestilence caused havoc in the world. Today, the germ theory has been widely accepted, and it notes that some diseases are caused by microbes, the pathogens. Pasteur put forward this theory but was unable to prove it. The first proof that bacteria actually cause disease came from Robert Koch in 1876. What he did was, he first isolated anthrax bacillus. Bacillus anthracis. The cause of anthrax, from the blood of cattle that had died of anthrax. He cultured the bacteria on nutrients and then injected samples of the culture into healthy animals. When those animals became sick and died, Koch isolated the bacteria from their blood and compared them to the bacteria that had been originally isolated. He found that both sets of blood cultures contained the same bacteria. This was how he proved the germ theory of disease. It has become a central theme in biology, and it has guided the course of research into the cause, progression, and treatment of various ailments. Okay. Koch established Koch's postulates based on germ theory of disease, a sequence of experimental steps for directly relating a specific microbe to a specific disease. So, what is Koch's postulates? Koch's postulates are a set of observations and experimental requirements intended to prove that a particular organism causes a particular infectious disease. They are depicted below. First one is, a specific microorganism can always be found in association with a given disease. The second one is, the organism can be isolated and grown in pure culture in the laboratory. The third one is, the pure culture will produce the disease when inoculated into a susceptible healthy animal. And the last one is, it is possible to recover the organism in pure culture from the experimentally infected animal. The postulates are illustrated here through this picture so that you can relate what's happening here. However, Koch's postulates have their limitations, and so may not always be the last word. They may not hold if viruses and some particular bacteria, such as leprosy causing bacteria, cannot be cultured in the laboratory. This means that not all Koch's postulates are fulfilled. There is no animal model of infection with that particular bacteria of leprosy. The third Koch's postulate describes that the infectious organism must cause disease, which is not mandatory because asymptomatic carriers, immune response, and genetic resistance are also possible. Moreover, a harmless bacteria may cause disease if it has acquired extra virulence factors making it pathogenic. If it gains access to deep tissues via trauma, surgery, an IV line, etc. If it infects an immunocompromised patient. And if not all people infected by a bacteria may develop disease subclinical infection, which is usually more common than clinically obvious infection. Despite such limitations, Koch's postulates are still a useful benchmark in judging whether there is a cause and effect relationship between a bacteria or any other type of microorganism and a clinical disease. If you liked my video, then give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. Thank you so much.